Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 38 of the Diverse Dialogues podcast. I'm Mateo,
I'm Ruben.
and we are joined once again by...
I am Jordan.
Yes. And for today's podcast, we honestly just came up with this idea kind of like pretty recently because, well, first off, I was in a class we were talking about fandoms, and we were like, you know what? That might be a great topic to do for a podcast episode, and here we are now. But on that note, it's been a minute since we have done questions, so we're going to start off the podcast like we used to do, and I'll start off first with, what was a fandom you were first exposed to? So this can be like, oh yeah, you either first knew about the fandom, or you were a part of the fandom, you didn't even realize it. I'll start first. I just like most autistic people, I was into Sonic for the first time, and I was first exposed to this by watching compilations of, Sonic art or like Sonic fan animations and stuff like that. So that was like pretty much like the first one I was really, basically like the first like franchise I was really into and like first experience like the fandom of what Sonic is. And, but yeah, that's just how I first introduced.
Okay, so there's technically like a lot of answers I can go with, but this was around the time I just learned about fandoms, and that being the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. Like I could go with stuff like even more recent, but I didn't know much about fandoms at the time. But I think Five Nights at Freddy's was like the first fandom that I was a part of. And saw all the source filmmaker animations, which were, I mean, some were good, some were just atrocious. There's everyone made songs about Five Nights at Freddy's, literally everyone.
Yep.
And no, my favorite's not from The Living Tombstone. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for that. What about you, Jordan? What was the first fandom?
I'm surprised you didn't say Pokemon.
I wasn't that...
I feel like that came before Sonic, but...
Well, you were just like mainly into the games, but...
Yeah,
not really
too much. That poor DSi, dude. That poor thing.
Yeah,
you can turn it off, bro. It has a power button and a save feature.
It's off now. That thing went through hell, but it's still surviving, oddly enough. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised. Like almost every other person I knew about when they had a DS, they're like, "Oh, it broke." Almost every person like that said I had a DS or a DSi, they said it broke.
Yeah, because I dropped it.
It broke.
It's because I think that. What do you expect? Kids and electronics.
But Pokemon probably was. But I don't think I was like into it as much as I was with Sonic, like watching like YouTube videos about it.
Until you were now.
Yeah, now I'm more invested, but I'm not like a fucking like.
I'm gonna flip this shit for $500 and I only paid $5 for it.
But I'm not like a super fan of like a Pokemon or anything. But
yeah, I don't know.
Remember, it was the first fandom, not like.
Or just like anything you were exposed to like a fandom like just.
Well, I've been exposed to multiple fandoms. I'm just trying to think of the one that I've like kind of stuck to.
I like the first one.
Yeah, I honestly, unironically, it's between FNAF and Undertale.
Yeah, I was debating.
I feel like anybody our age at that time it's between those two. Undertale or FNAF were the two like big ones.
Yeah, if you were at least somewhat invested in the Matt Pat theory videos, that you were most likely in part of that fandom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was between those two.
All right. Well, anyways, next question is, what fandom were you surprised about when you learned more about it?
Me and Ruben really discovered this because we did something different. We were actually in a Zoom call while we were going like
Discord.
through Discord.
We're not in school, bro. I mean, we are, but we're not in the same school.
Did I say school?
Yeah, you said Zoom. We're not using Zoom.
Bro went back like 4 years.
Oops. Discord.
Mm-hmm.
We went on Discord and we and then we basically were like going through the list of like what we wanted to add to it. And apparently like I never realized how notoriously bad the Steven Universe fandom was. Up until I was reading through the list and all the things that they have done, and we'll get to that in a minute, but
yep.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
For me, like, I know it's like a completely like strange option, but it's gonna be on the list. That being the Melina fandom in the Mortal Kombat fandom. Because like even back then when I first learned about Melina, she never interested me. Yeah, I know, surprise, surprise. And learning more about her, she still does not interest me. She's just a clone of an already cool character with DNA from an already cool character.
Like, is she fine as is? Yeah. But I'm not gonna fucking rave about her. And, like, we'll get to that in a minute.
Like, there are so many, like, cooler Mortal Kombat characters than Melina, bro. Many more. I could probably think of 20 that are more interesting than Melina.
I bet Glenn is probably, like listening to this podcast.
Darius.
I bet Glenn's listening to this podcast being like, I agree. I fucking agree.
Yeah, if he even actually pays attention.
Yeah. My dad's talking. All right.
Oh, you, Jordan. Your fandom you were surprised learning more about?
The Loud House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We'll definitely
get into that.
We'll definitely get into
that one. Oh, God.
All right. My next question, the third question, being, did a franchise become ruined because of a fandom for you? So did the fandom completely ruin
for me,
a franchise for you?
I think an obvious answer would be My Hero Academia.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one right there.
Like it's literally gone to the point like
that's a good show, but
it is.
The fandom is. Oh, they're weird.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks is that My Hero Academia is actually really good.
They're fucking
weird. And now people won't watch the anime simply due to the fandom, even though the fandom has nothing to do with the show. And it sucks, honestly.
Mine is a more broader answer to that, which kind of ties into that. It's just anime in general. Just knowing a whole bunch of fandoms on how they are, and then just being like, yep, no. No.
This comes from the guy that's only really watched, like, Pokemon as anime.
But hearing about other fandoms and how they are, I'm just like, yeah, no thanks. Hearing the stories. But what about you, Jordan? Did a franchise get ruined because of a community or just anything in general involving, like, a notorious fandom?
Honestly, deadass, I feel like you could say that about a lot of the communities and fandoms. Not gonna lie. Like,
Sure.
Just in any genre. Movies, video games, like anything. Like, you got My Little Pony.
Yep.
That is a whole fucking can of worms
honestly,
right there.
that might be, like, the most infamous
That's
fandom of
the
all
most
time.
stuck up there. I mean, even the Sonic fandom. You
True.
gotta admit.
Yep.
That's
Sonic as a
there.
whole is cool, but then when you look at the fans and the fandom, Chris Chan. That's all you need to know. So I mean, I don't know. It's a mix between everything. Like every fandom has their ups and their downs.
Chris Chan, bro.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're on 4chan, bro.
Probably. Sonichu?
Do you answer?
I said anime as a whole.
Okay. Well, anyways, my question is, was there a fandom that you were a part of and ashamed of it? Now, I would say the My Hero fandom, but I already used that as an answer. So instead, I'm gonna go with the entire VTuber community. That was a real travesty.
You were a part of the VTuber community?
I was, yes.
He had
Unfortunately.
an avatar model.
What the fuck?
But he only used it for like a couple days, and that's about it.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, it was atrocious. And I love how everyone's having an entirely 180 on VTubers now. Mainly towards Iron Mouse, though.
Released one fucking song and everything went downhill.
And the funny thing is, that song's not even new.
No.
Everyone just hates it for... It's freaking Thick of It by KSI all over again. Everyone just hates it for no reason.
We're sorry.
I mean, even though this is not necessarily a fandom, I was on Twitter, and I did, I was that type of person on Twitter, and thank God I was like, all right, you know what, fuck, like, I need to get out of this. This is just turning me into, like, a toxic motherfucker. I'm just gonna leave now. So, and it was specifically towards Mortal Kombat, so, yeah. Don't worry, I was not the Melina fan, so I did not go to that extent.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, I deleted Twitter, and all's well in the end.
Uh-huh.
But I am ashamed of what I was.
Honestly, I'm gonna probably have to say the Overwatch community.
Well, we'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
But on that note, that is the questions.
You know what? You should have said the Dead by Daylight community. Why didn't you say that?
Honestly, yeah, that's a good point.
Why did you ask for it?
Well, we'll definitely get into
How are you guys dealing with your 50 gigabyte update?
I don't know. I can't even give an answer because it's updating.
It's still updating.
But yeah, moving on to the actual activity of the episode. And like we said, it's all about fandoms. And Ruben, how's it going to go down?
Okay, so basically we're just going to go down a list of notorious fandoms and briefly talk about them. And I actually separated them in categories so you guys can kind of know the order of what fandoms we're talking about. So the categories in order are YouTubers, video games, TV shows, anime, movies, music artists, and a miscellaneous category.
And we'll definitely discuss it, but hopefully we won't get too indulged in it because there's a lot in these in this list. So
yeah, I just realized in this podcast we're going to be talking about some pretty fucked up topics here.
So yeah, the trigger warning: if you are if any of these things are triggering to you, then just be wary of it. And if you're like. And if you want to hear like certain ones but not others, like it probably might be best if you just skip this podcast episode as a whole.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next podcast. Don't worry, it'll be a much more lighter subject since we actually know what we're going to be talking about.
Because literally, like trigger warning, there is some like very like effed up stuff in this. So
yep. So yeah, if you're sensitive to like certain topics, we are talking about fandom, so of course it's going to be pretty wild. So if you're sensitive to that, just skip this podcast and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
So anyways. Let's actually begin.
Yes.
With YouTubers. First one up, and I'm sure this one's already not a surprise, the Corey X Kenshin fans.
The samurai.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is right now, I haven't like started my research on this, but like I want to see what happens like if the statement of if you tell your community is the best, they will become the worst. Because I've seen that with Corey and I've seen that with the Image and Digital Circus, so I want to see if it's a continuous trend, but for Corey especially, he has always said, you guys are the best community on YouTube, and then the minute he leaves, it's a fucking dumpster fire. It's an apocalyptic, like, ass, it's like...
Pretty much, like...
Well, the thing is, you have two different kinds of Corey X Kenshin fans. You have the old fans that have been there since, like, the beginning, and then you have the new fans that just got into him. The new fans bitch because... Why doesn't he upload? And the old fans are like, oh, welcome to the club.
And the thing is, like, I don't even watch Corey that much, but, like, dude, like, if his fans are the reason he takes breaks, then, like, I don't blame him. Like, I know he takes breaks for, like, other, like, completely unrelated reasons. Stuff.
And on another note, like, say if I were to do, like, a tier list of, like, YouTubers, Corey X Kenshin himself, probably top tier. But the only reason why he's not is because of his community and also his consistency. But that's another topic. But his community, his fandom, quote unquote, like they are literally some of the most ravenous people on YouTube. The minute that they don't get like a new clip or anything involving Corey X Kenshin, and they're even a lot worse when he's in a video, like say with like Dashi, even though he's not been uploading for a couple like months or so or like years.
Dude, that is so true. Whenever I see a Dashi video and Corey's in it, they always just talk about, bro, tell Corey to upload again. Like, bro, Corey's dealing with his own shit, bro.
Like practically, I mean, granted, this person I'm about to mention kind of did it to himself, but partially his community is the reason why Mavatak broke off with his friendship with him.
Wow, okay then. Like, I don't blame Corey for, like, leaving. Like, if I was Corey, honestly, I'll just ditch YouTube if that's my community. I'll just quit YouTube, honestly. If I was Corey in that situation.
But like I said, Corey, fantastic YouTuber. No, don't do the joke. But his community needs to go outside. Which probably would be said a lot about these.
Yes, on the topic of they need to go outside is the VTuber community. Or VTuber. No, both VTubers and VTuber fans, bro. Like, they need to touch it. Okay, naturally, they arose during pandemic times, which, you know, that was around the times when everyone and their grandma had to stay at their houses. So... I think that was around the time people had a 180 on VTubers was the concert, dude.
The fucking VTuber concert.
Yeah, so yeah, VTubers and VTuber fans, I don't think they know what sunlight looks like. Or grass, now that I think about it.
It's Andy's room all over again. the blue wall with the clouds.
Uh-huh.
That's the only sunlight they see.
But yeah, honestly, I really can't say much about VTubers other than just being literally the Google definition of chronically online.
And what's the kinder way of saying this?
Don't worry, we're going all out.
GOONERS.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I'm not talking about the community, I'm talking about both of them. Like,
Okay.
both.
Since you already put a trigger warning, I might as well say it. I cannot stand VTubers who make their character look like a child.
Yeah, that...
Weirdo!
Right. Like, I mean, big titties, you know, that's fine, all right. At least they're like freaking...
They're expressing that they're a woman.
Right. But when they make their characters look like literal children, that's literally a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, also get some creativity going, because I've seen, like, almost every single, like, from what I gather, I don't watch VTubers, but I'm just, like, almost everything I've seen, it's practically the same thing in a different font with almost all the models that I've seen.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, VTubers are weird.
Mm-hmm. And fans.
Dude, the fans are crazy, dog.
Alright, these next two are from personal experience, starting with the Amazing Digital Circus.
I have
fandom.
only recently got into the fandom, and I was like, okay, is their fandom bad? Because apparently the creator, Gooseworks, I think the name is, in Glitch Entirely,
Mhm.
the company, they apparently had to make a statement saying, like, talking about, like, the fandom and how they behave, and I could be completely wrong about this, but from what I've gathered, the hate, like, about, not the hate, but the fandom itself is notoriously toxic because they are, it's basically like a battle of, like, the characters themselves, like, the fandoms of each of the characters, and, like, battling, like, I don't get this much attention, like, this character does not get that much attention, why is it always Pomni that gets the attention, and Jax that always gets the attention, yada, 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 I mean, like, says the Ragatha fans. And if we had Lannon in here, it probably would have been a lot easier to talk about, but I'm only going off of what I've gathered. But yeah, it just seems like characters that are side characters, they bitch and complain about their character not getting enough screen time, even though that's the whole point of a fucking side character. Like, the show itself is fine. I'm not like a preacher about it or anything, but it's just like, but of course now the fans are also like kind of like clashing over like the theatrical release idea. Because, like, I mean, on paper it sounds fine, but 2 weeks before the actual release on, like, wide, like, for, like, internet access instead of, like, a theatrical release, that's what people were, like, bitching and complaining about, like, right now.
Uh-huh, yeah. I don't know much about, like, the Amazing Digital Circus itself, but I know that, like, due to the like, okay, you can technically say this about the FNAF fandom, which we will get into in a minute. The Amazing Digital Circus fandom, like, whenever they watch any form of media or play any form of media, They always, like, come up with some completely bogus-ass theories that has nothing to do with the show. And while that is true, I would say FNAF started that, not Digital Circus.
Yeah, for damn sure. Do you have any insight on the Amazing Digital Circus? Have you seen shit?
Oh, no, I've seen shit. I mean, really, the only thing I've seen is the creator coming out and basically, like, disowning the fan base because of how, like, stupid they are. Just like, damn, you guys are, like, assholes.
Yep. All right, next up, and again, this is from personal experience, that being the SML fandom.
I have nothing really to say other than...
Okay, so, as we all know, Super Mario Logan, or SML, is basically the reason why YouTube has really strict rules now. And it's also the reason you cannot use, like, any family-friendly character and make them do violent stuff. Now, the whole reason this all started was due to bad parenting, because parents will just give their kids an iPad and just be like, okay, watch whatever this is, and don't even double check what it is.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? So now you got kids watching SML, which, as we all know, SML has the same humor as, like, the average South Park episode. And kids still watch it. And what do parents do about it? They blame the creator himself for doing violent stuff. Even though you as a parent should check what your kids are watching.
It's like these companies trying to add like security measures to their thing, even though it's like, bro, maybe you don't have the access to this shit.
Yeah. And you know it's bad when Logan had to make an episode about like what's it? He lets his son Jeffy play Minecraft and Jeffy does violent things, and Mario goes on the news and says like, oh, well, I shouldn't do anything about it. You know, it's the creators that are like, oh, they need to make their stuff family friendly, okay? Like, no, you as a parent need to do your job as a parent.
Never do your fucking job.
Yeah. And also, this is kind of unrelated, but going like into like the actual like videos itself. If you are not a fan of Jeffy, people will just say you're immediately a hater. Like if your favorite character is Chef Pee Pee, who's actually a funny character, they'll think you're still a hater. Black Yoshi, Goodman, no, it has to be Jeffy, bro.
Yeah, bro. Sole proprietor, bro.
Yeah.
Reminds me of another fandom.
Yeah. I know 2 examples.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
All right, next up, we have the Mr. Beast fans. My voice cracked.
Fans.
Yeah, fans.
Remember way back when if you were to say anything bad about Mr. Beast, you would have got your fucking head chopped off or something, or like the equivalent of that?
Yeah, now you get praised for saying it.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that were skeptical of Mr. Beast at the beginning, and then of course I would get humbled by being like, man, what, you can't do anything about it, like he's doing so much blah 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 blah. And now here I am, like, now being like, so
I mean, to an extent, I mean, some of those people are right. Like, you know, okay, you're bitching about it, but are you gonna fucking donate millions of dollars
Exactly.
to like charity and shit? So, I mean, I can understand it from that point of view, but there is sometimes where he does some questionable shit.
Uh-huh.
Like everything
without a doubt, there are sometimes he does some questionable
like
shit.
everything went down after like the accusations of like horrible, what was that, like hostile, like
hostile work environments and stuff. And the funny thing is, it's not just like one time; it's been
multiple
multiple times.
Yeah.
And nothing's come out about it, so it like makes you question like, okay, what's actually going on behind the scenes?
Now, granted, it is mainly about him, but like it's mainly pertaining to the fact that Mr. Beast fans back then were like they literally were like, you people would think you're the Antichrist if you said anything bad about fucking Mr. Beast. But now they barely even exist, and now they're just kind of like, shit.
They're all haters now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
They didn't win the Mr. Beast giveaway for one feastable chocolate bar that was made like
Yeah, I love
13
people.
days
I
ago.
love people who enter Mr. Beast competitions and then they lose the first round. And they're just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just not like built for this, you know. Then why the fuck did you sign up for this competition?
I don't know.
Yeah. How you guys enjoying your lunch, Lise?
I
literally forgot about fucking Lunchly until you brought
Dude, I
that
wanted
up.
to try that, but honestly, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very glad.
I mean, I made a video about it with the nacho one. Yeah, I know. Make your joke. And honestly, just go with the Lunchable one, dude.
It's barely any different.
Significantly better
Just
than
make your own shit.
that too. Just make your own nachos, bro. All right, and next up, we have a 2-in-1 special, that being Logang and Jake Paulers. I put them together because, let's face it, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's not really much to talk about. I mean, like, they literally were, again, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, obviously it was like a feud of like, oh, you like, like Logan or Jake, yada, yada, yada. And then they're probably like some of the most like unbearable people back then.
Yeah, and similar to SML, a majority of their fandom are mainly kids. So naturally, kids will just do like whatever stupid shit they see online. And we know the dumb shit both Jake Paul and Logan Paul do online.
I honestly completely forgot that Everyday Bro song was even a fucking thing. And like the memes of like Ohio Fried Chicken and all that shit, like,
dude, go back to that music video. Not a single one of those people are in Team 10 anymore. All of them are gone.
Team 10 has been disbanded.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, like a lot more of the hate is more towards freaking Logan and Jake, but yeah, sometimes they're a community where it's just like
okay, with Logan, like of course
Logan, it's like multiple reasons. Jake still has hate, but it's not as much as Logan because Logan's done a lot more shit than Jake has done.
yeah, and now like what's it? Freaking was it Logan Paul who's in WWE now or some shit?
Yeah.
both of them really.
Logan's in it, and Jake's in
Boxing.
Yeah.
But I mean, he practically, if he wanted to, he probably could fucking switch over to WWE.
Yeah.
And then the joke about Jake Paul, like he only picks like fights with people that are like obviously easy wins, or else he would not pick a fight with them.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But yeah, that's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
All right, now we're moving on to the video games category, starting with FNAF.
I mean, probably one of like in modern times one of the most notorious like fandom.
Yeah. Back then, like they were the OG Digital Circus fandom. Like if they see like anything in media and they're like, oh, there's definitely a secret in that little thing right there. Has to be. And of course now that goes to the Digital Circus fandom for some reason.
And let's not forget their fascinations on certain animatronics.
Toy
Yeah.
Chica!
Yeah. Yeah, that's the big one for sure. I felt the fandom like arose like during like the sister location era, since that was around the time when the animatronics were actually having character, which led to people creating their wild imaginations with that.
They were making wild imaginations about them even beforehand.
Yeah, you're right.
That fandom.
And let's admit, and it just kind of died like after the VR game Help Wanted, was it? And I don't think anyone played the AR game. And then when Security Breach came out,
to, but they literally like
Security Breach came out, there was a whole new fandom from there.
like, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
And now you probably got people bitching and complaining about the FNAF movies that they're like, man, they're not even fucking like, they're not lore accurate. It's like,
That's the point.
what is lore accurate anymore at this point?
That's like
Right.
literally the freaking point. You
I already got the FNAF Glazers who just say it's an immediate 10 out of 10 because it's FNAF. Yeah.
Unironically, I don't think he says.
No, he's not like.
I was gonna say, unironically, I don't think Glenn says that it's like a 10 out of 10. Like
He probably would do that for the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, but
maybe.
not with like FNAF as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the FNAF fandom's like separated into like multiple categories. You have the songs, you have the source filmmakers, the artists,
The other
the people
artists,
that just play the games, the people that watch people that play the games,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that have never fucking played the games in their life and somehow are a part of the fandom. Like those people.
that is a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, there's definitely a category for that on these. All right, next up is the Sonic fandom. We just briefly
Talk about
mentioned.
that.
We briefly mentioned it.
I mean, same case with FNAF with like the art standpoint. But at the same time, though, if you want to talk about a fan base that is so dedicated to fix the wrongs of what Sonic has been doing in the past few years, it would be them.
OCs.
That too.
Yep. OCs.
OCs is like the biggest fucking thing that stemmed from that fandom.
But at the same time, though, like,
Who the fuck is Rat the Hedgehog, bro? Who the fuck is that?
but yeah, like just creating your own OCs involving that. But at the same time, though, these are the same community that would probably they are working from the ground up remasters of games from previous generations. Like they are so dedicated to like how like making better content than most of what Sonic is nowadays.
Dude, that's how you know Sonic fans are deprived of new games when they have to go back and start making.
They have to make their own games.
Dude, honestly, that's not even just the Sonic fandom, dude. There's other fandoms out there like that do shit like that. They're like deprived of a game, so they make their own.
But yeah, I mean, I'd say they're not as bad, but I mean, like that goes with like most fandoms. But I feel like they're not as bad as some people might put out there. I mean, obviously you have like the people that like the OCs and then the art.
Yeah.
Chris Chan.
Yeah. Well, on the topic of making games, the next one is Roblox.
Ooh. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel there's a lot to talk about Roblox.
That's the problem. That's the big problem right there.
I mean, yeah, going back to creating games, they have to make their own games on Roblox because they're tired of playing the original one.
Yeah. You got a lot of like game. You got like fucking Dead by Daylight on
Yeah,
there.
by Night.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, there's good shit. That's the one good thing about Roblox is like you can make like a really cool game on there. Their game engine is really good. You just have to know how to use it.
But you also, but at the same time, though, what is most notorious about Roblox is just
They don't know what the hell they're doing with that fucking game, and it shows.
Like security is a joke with fucking
everything's
Roblox.
a joke with them.
Mm-hmm.
Involving that, and like we mentioned, trigger warning. PDF files are notorious, especially in that whole thing about Roblox, and you can honestly you can pretty much make the theory that the only reason why they're not doing anything about it is because the PDF files are pouring in so much money to do what they want to do that they're just going off of what they're going off of that money, and as well obviously like the kids' money from grabbing their parents' credit card, and then you can fill in the blank from the rest from there.
Yeah.
Which is very fucking sad and like aggravating.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's just that. It's kind of hard to pinpoint somebody when they have like the whole. You literally can just have your parent pass verification.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have a set concrete system, which granted, no place really does. You can't verify that. I mean, look at YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know, most kids use their parents' Google account to bypass having to watch YouTube Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a thin line, but they're very bad about their moderation.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I guess I'll move on to the Pokemon fandom now. One thing's for sure, most Pokemon fans, they'll just buy whatever game they sell out, no matter how unpolished the game is. Pokemon...
Take Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, this game is horrible. Then why'd you buy it?
Or freaking Legends ZA.
Yeah.
And that's the one where everyone... a majority of people, not even Pokemon fans, just gamers in general are like, yeah, this Pokemon game's ass.
You literally had mega evolutions to carry your game, and you couldn't even do that right most of the time.
I know.
That's how it is, bro. They'll just buy anything.
Yeah, and
then of course bitch and complain about it, and then again art.
Yep, yeah, and that's another thing, this
and also creating Pokemon, which I mean, I'll say this. For like predicting what Pokemon like could happen, I like that. I like the fans are like thinking of what could be a potential Pokemon and they like make that shit. But if they're doing it for other reasons, then yeah.
Like when Gen 9 starts. See, I don't even remember any of the Pokemon. Gen 9 grass starter, fucking the cat grass one.
Yeah.
People were making their predictions for that. It's like, bro, what the fuck, bro?
The gamble of like, will it be bipedal? Will it be on all fours?
Uh-huh.
And that's mainly from the fact it's like please just no more art, please.
Yeah, I think that's all I was gonna say about the Pokemon fandom is the art.
I got the Lopunny Batman.
Oh my god.
And that too.
That too. Point proven.
Yeah. Try to go your life without seeing one art of Gardevoir.
Uh-huh.
Or Lopunny.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's just pretty self-explanatory about it.
Yeah. Next up is Genshin Impact.
All right, that's all on you guys.
Honestly, I feel Jordan has like more insight on this one, but
I don't even think I have that much insight. I just know that those people bitch a lot.
Yeah, and similar to some like, okay, honestly, this isn't just Genshin Impact. I guess you could also say the same thing for Honkai Star Rail and Zenless.
Zenless Zone Zero, yeah.
Yeah, this is one thing I noticed is that So take this character, right, who looks like they're like 5 years old or something, and they're gonna say, "Oh,
They're 3,000 years old.
yeah, they're 3,000 years
There
old."
actually
So
is a character like that.
making certain art about it, oh, that's totally fine, bro. And do I even have to explain the problem there?
Here's something that'll piss off the fans. Genshin Impact. Remember the Game Awards?
Oh yeah, I remember. There's only one like thing I know is with well, this is only just one Genshin cosplayer, so I don't even know if this is the entire community. But I remember some guy went up to some Genshin cosplayer and was like, hey, so Genshin Impact or Black History Month?" And she says, Genshin Impact." And he's like, "Wait, really?" And then she goes, "Yeah, Genshin is my top priority in life." And then she made an apology video saying she didn't even know what Black History Month was. Google definition of chronically online right there.
That's somebody who didn't finish school.
Right, like, bro, I'm sure you learned about that at least in like 5th grade or something.
Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
Nah, they complain about everything. Even new updates, they complain about that shit.
I remember they like supposedly added a plus size character, but she's just like barely chubby. But people were being like, "Oh, this game's being very inclusive because they added a plus size character," even though a majority of Genshin Impact characters are like white.
That was a big one.
That's
the biggest
I can't believe
complaint.
I can't
The
believe I forgot about
fucking the whitewashing shit, and people don't realize that it's a Chinese company.
that.
They
Right.
don't like. Okay, you know this game's not made from America, right?
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about shit like that. Sorry.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's that. All right, next up, I mentioned this earlier. I could have just put in Mortal Kombat, but I was like, you know what's even better? The Melina fandom.
Talk about the most, other than the crazed Kenshin fans, the most ravenous like group of people, and that proved it with a long time ago during the MK11 era. The main roster comes out. People are like, "Where the fuck is Melina?" And then it went even, and then of course Ed Boon, being Ed Boon, trolling people, being like, "Oh yeah, just not saying shit about it." More updates come in. Melina's not even the goddamn story, which I mean it makes sense because she got killed in MKX, but
Yeah.
But with that timeline shit, they could have probably easily did that, but they were like, "No, we're not going to do that." And the thing is, right? The NetherRealm had the whole thing planned out that they were going to release Melina later in the game's lifespan, but even they were like, we didn't even realize how mad the Melina fans were going to get. Like, death threats, like, threatening to screw themselves over. Like, they were literally like... And this was around the time where I did have Twitter, so I witnessed all of it.
Mhm.
And YouTubers had to go on and like talk about it, how bad they were. And even when Melina was then released, of course the Melina fans were like fucking freaking out, but everyone else was just like, either like, "Okay, thank God, we don't have to worry about the Melina fans anymore." Or it's like, there she is.
That was literally my reaction. Was just like, "Oh, okay, there's Melina." I was more excited about Rain, and he was a DLC in the previous game. Well,
Yeah.
not the previous game, but
From a previous game.
Yeah.
Previous game.
yeah, I was more excited about Rain, and I was more excited about Rambo, even though I didn't really know who he was around that time. As for Melina, I was just like, "Oh, okay, there's Melina."
Melina.
And this was around the time like the the life cycle for MK11 was like basically like lowering down
It was done.
because you already had the Aftermath DLC like beforehand. So
It's crazy how their games used to last like what 3-4 years, and then now they just last like a year.
Honestly, it felt. I think it was like the exact opposite. Like back then, with MKX, it's like I think they went through like the DLC a lot quicker, but then with MK11, they decided to take that route to like expand further.
But yet, when you look at it, people were playing MKX more than they were playing 11.
But yeah, of course.
Like even with it being extended out, people still played X because it was better.
mhm.
I think it's just mainly because people don't like those games where you can like choose what abilities your character has, and then you have fucking gear that affects certain aspects of that at the same time. People don't like shit like that. like, at least when they went to MK1, they didn't have that shit anymore. It was just, of course, cosmetic, but it wasn't like anything like, oh, you can change the character's moves. Like, everybody's back to their set move sets. This is what they have. You can't change out what they have.
MK11, you good?
Yeah.
MK11 really took like the Injustice route, but would just add in like customized mayhem. And normally I like a whole bunch of customization stuff in games, but that one was just like
For a fighting game, no. That was stupid.
And honestly,
because then it's like, oh, you can't have certain moves paired with certain moves because then it's like too many combinations of the same fucking input that it's just gonna throw it off.
Gameplay wise, MK11 was just the idea of I don't want to have that much fun at all.
Pretty much.
And also some of the cosmetics in MK11 were like they made no sense. It added nothing to the gameplay.
No.
Like the mask,
and then the lengths you had to go to get those cosmetics.
Like the mask makes sense. The weapon makes sense. The random part of the costume that has nothing to do with the game, with like the character,
and
or
then
like
the augments.
Shit! Don't even get me
the
started.
Fucking augments, the fucking chi augments. That's where I say the customization portion. They should have never done that.
But back on topic with Melina, yeah, fine character. I'm like so neutral about it, and honestly, I'm surprised I'm more neutral about it, despite the fact that the Melina fans literally ruined the majority of like anything enjoyable about that character. And again, art and all that shit. So,
yep. All right, next up is the Undertale fandom.
You guys are for this one.
Honestly, I gotta say that the fandom, in some aspects, is cool, mainly because of the whole AU thing.
Yeah, I don't mind the
They
AU
come
things.
up with some fucking creative ass shit with that.
Yeah, but just your usual, the art, the comic dubs,
music,
the comic dubs.
comic.
Jesus Christ, those are funny.
And okay, this isn't like really bad. It's just I personally dislike is that whenever you ask anyone what their favorite Undertale character, it's they're gonna say Sans. Because I guess they can't like any of the 90 characters that are in that game. There's, Sans definitely the best character. And also they completely mischaracterize Sans. They think he's just like some funny joke character or something. When there's way more to Sans than that.
Yeah, bro, that's Ness.
Bruh.
Or what's the other one? That's Steven, bro.
Steven
Universe.
We'll talk about that. I mean, yeah, that's all I can say about the Undertale fandom is like, just, they only care about Sans and nothing else related to Undertale.
Yeah, pretty much.
They probably forget that he has a brother named Papyrus.
Yeah. It's literally like two characters. Sans and Frisk. Or actually, not even Frisk. No. Fucking Kara.
Yeah, Kara.
That's the character people care about more.
Bro, Gaster has more fans than fucking Frisk.
Landon.
Yeah.
Dr. Gaster.
And he's just an Easter egg. He's not even like a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like him more than Frisk. That's that. Okay, don't worry. Next up is the Dead by Daylight community.
Oh.
Okay, where do I even start with this? Okay.
God damn it.
My mom is kind of homeless.
Yeah. Jordan just did the I show speed face.
God, dude, you can literally just go based off of the last fucking.
Okay, so you have the survivor side. They're the most entitled people on Earth, and they will complain when the killer kills.
And we literally witnessed that with one of our shorts.
Yeah.
From a video that we made.
Yeah. Literally a joke video of someone cosplaying as Ghostface, someone cosplaying as Carlos from Resident Evil, and someone cosplaying as Steve from Stranger Things. Yeah, we're definitely being serious with that skit that we made.
And two people that didn't even like dress up about anything related to Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, we're definitely being serious with that bit right there.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, you got freaking entitled survivors, or like they refused to learn how to counter said killer unless it's the trapper, and for whatever reason the unknown. But if it's like okay, I can get if it's like Kaneki, okay? Like you can barely do anything to avoid Kaneki. But like you can avoid freaking Doctor, you can avoid Artist, you can avoid Krasu. I think no one plays
the twins.
But if they're facing Wesker, who, I mean, yeah, he's pretty difficult to deal with, but you'll learn how to counter him. He's not that bad to deal
He's
with.
literally just an M1 killer.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit's stupid. No, honestly, with the Dead by Daylight community, it's mainly heavier towards the survivor community.
Yeah.
That's the bad part. I mean, the killer community is probably just as bad, especially when what was it, Aurelia came out.
Oh my god, yes. So when Aurelia came out, who was a trans character, killers would only target that person because I wonder why. And I knew it wasn't due to race because I mean
it was in part.
It could be due to race because I did see a clip of a wraith tunneling Aurelia, but I'm just like,
you're black.
Do people forget that wraith is black as well? I mean, like I know he's like black, like a shadow, but he's also black in terms of race.
Yeah. No, that was one of the big ones.
So it was mainly towards the fact that Aurelia was a trans character.
And then you got the fucking character vote for the next chapter.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. So
why? We don't want that. Then why'd you vote for it?
So the survivor that we're getting for the Grimoire chapter is like some grandma. No, damn well no one's gonna play as that character. Because they always play as the young female, either Asian or white character. Because it's either like Sable, Kate, or Fungmin and Yui, I guess.
And fucking Michaela.
Yeah.
Those are like the fucking 5 characters that everybody plays.
Yeah. And if it's not them, it's probably a licensed character like
fucking
like Leon or any of the Resident Evil characters.
Leon, Steve,
Bill,
Nancy,
the Stranger Things characters.
Homie Delightful Derek. Oh wait.
Yeah, I wish he was in the game. And I guess one more thing. Most Dead by Daylight players, they don't even care about the source material. Like when FNAF came out, everyone just cared about the perks and how meta Springtrap is, which he isn't even.
The perk votes. We could have got some new interesting.
Yeah, we could have gotten a interesting perk, but instead we're just like, oh, let's get another Gen Rush perk.
Another boon.
Yeah. And I have 3 cases where people don't care about the source material: Ghostface, Sadako, and Kaneki. Ghostface because no one knows that Ghostface is not from Scream. He's just an OC. Mm-hmm. Sadako because people think she's from The Ring, not Ringu. Then again, most people haven't even seen either of those movies. They just know of the character. And finally, Kaneki because people think he's like some evil person, even though he's like a good person in the anime.
Basically, from what I've gathered, you can never please the Dead by Daylight fans.
No,
they're never happy.
They're never happy.
They're never happy.
Someone's always gonna complain about some shit. It's either gonna be the survivors or the killers. 9 times out of 10, it's the survivors.
Mm-hmm. And this whole voting shit is literally proving my point.
Yeah, like literally.
No one's gonna play that grandma character. Everyone's already complaining about the angel killer.
Oh, it's gonna be too broken. It's like, dude, just learn how to fucking not be shit at the game.
Right.
It's not hard.
And the killer doesn't even look that interesting. It looks like a hybrid of Artist and Dracula.
Unironically, a game that's killer-sided doesn't seem very killer-sided, especially when you have a survivor friend 4-stack that literally bullies the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I've been on the receiving end of that, and I hate it.
Yeah. And as much as I hate Skull Merchant, she was never that hard to deal with. Like, people thought she was like an S-tier killer, bro. She's not even as like good as Hillbilly. And because of that, now Skull Merchant's so bad no one plays as her. And if they do, chances are it's for like a meme build. Alright, well, that was a little too long for Dead by Daylight. But don't worry, this next one's going to be extremely short. That being the Doki Doki Literature Club fandom. So basically, the Doki Doki Literature Club fandom has one joke. That being, I gently open the door. That is it. That is their entire community. They revolve around that one joke, which, to be fair, how do you make jokes about a visual novel that you can technically complete in like 15 minutes?
I mean, didn't they also have like another joke who was like just Monica, and then like that would like go to like almost everything else?
That wasn't really like a joke though.
That was more of like the fucking game theory thing when he was talking about it, and he's like, just Monica.
Yeah, it was just like
just Monica.
It was mainly an in-game thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mainly like I gently open the doors for whatever reason, a joke. And that's the only joke they can revolve around. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And then on top of like all the typical stuff, like yeah.
Next up is the League of Legends fandom, or players.
You want to talk about not going outside?
Yeah, the reason I never got into League of Legends is I'm pretty sure learning everything in League of Legends is the equivalent of learning an entirely new language.
Dude, that's easier.
You can honestly add that to the list of like, even though I never got into the franchise of League of Legends, the community is the whole reason why I don't even want to get a part of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really know much about that community.
Other than
fucking Tyler 1.
Yeah. And just the fact, just the simple, never going outside, never touch grass, probably never walked out of their, probably never got out of their chair. They probably sleep on their chair.
That shit's got fucking stains.
Like, no one really knows it, but at the same time, everybody knows about League players.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, how do you not? I can smell a League player from around the corner.
Bro. All right, well, next up is Fortnite.
Huh?
All right, so one thing's for sure, they'll consume just about any slop that is put in the shop, including tung 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 sahur.
Oh my god, dude. At this point, Fortnite literally has, like... I think they've lost the plot of their story, because before, they were going with, like, a whole story
There was
plan.
literally a story.
There was lore, and then around, I think, what was it? Chapter... 4?
4, yeah.
I think it was around chapter 4. They just kind of, like... What story?
Yeah.
And then they started to bring it back, but it was like, why? Like, you kind of stopped and then all of a sudden brought it back. I think chapter 4 was like the shortest in terms of how many seasons there were before it went to the next chapter.
Yeah.
I think it had like 4 seasons and then boom, chapter 5. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
And like, of course, now Fortnite's just known for nothing but their collabs. And now you got like, people make their own game mode, so it's like fucking Roblox at this point now.
Fucking stupid.
They're
just collabing with fucking anything now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is kind of crazy that they did the fucking Italian brain rot thing just because it's like, bro, okay, so we using AI characters now?
Yeah, bro, imagine...
Do you know how many people are bitching about that?
Imagine creating an image through AI and then a year later it's in Fortnite.
It's in Fortnite of all things.
Yeah, dude, like it's literally gone to the point I don't even care what collab they put in for. I mean, it's been like that since freaking Black Manta. I was like, I don't even care what collab they do at this point.
Still waiting for my fucking Devil May Cry fucking collab. I'm pissed.
Okay.
I would have spent money on that.
And like the collabs just never interested me because like at the end of the day, you're a default character that looks like whatever character. Like with Dead by Daylight, it's different. You're playing as the Demogorgon. You're playing as Dracula. But in Fortnite, playing as Jack Skellington is the exact same thing as playing as Godzilla. And playing as Hatsune Miku is the same thing as playing as Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's just...
It's the same thing. You know what? Okay, this is the thing that kind of pissed me off a little bit. Okay, so recently, I think last month, Save the World became free. That shit was supposed to happen way back in like 2018. Like...
Nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah. That was fucking 8 whole years ago that was supposed to go free. And they finally made it free. And then they started changing a bunch of shit. And people were like, what the fuck is this? Like, why did we change all this shit? Like, that's how you know they've lost the plot with their fucking game.
I mean, of course it started off, everyone loved the secondary game mode over the primary one.
They did, because you got free V-Bucks. And you can buy shit, and then people are pissed because they bought, like, the founder editions and shit for money, and now it's free, so, of course, they're not reaping, like, all the benefits that they used to get.
I mean, I feel like, in terms of, like, a community standpoint, because I feel like we're talking about, like the developer standpoint, but, like, a community standpoint, I feel like it got toned down a lot ever since No Builds came out.
No Builds was the one thing that saved that game, and then, yeah, after that,
after chapter 5.
Well, okay, you know what? Actually, did that happen at the same time? I don't remember. When Festival first came out, that also saved the game. Fortnite Festival, like Rocket Racing, when that first came out,
Yeah,
that saved
first
it.
when
That
it came-
saved it, but then like later on, it kind of
everyone just went back to Battle Royale.
Well, yeah, because the thing is like they bring out new songs every like Thursday, and the thing is most people are not gonna buy half of them because they're like, dude, I don't listen to these songs. Like, I want the songs that I want, and you don't put them in there.
But yeah. I think we just that's it for Fortnite.
Yeah.
We can move on to Overwatch though.
Them motherfuckers never gonna be happy.
Yeah. So as we all know, there's only like 4 characters that get skins in that game. Yeah, Kiriko, Juno, Mercy, and who
I don't
else?
even know the mic's gonna pick that up, but it's just
It might. I don't know. Mercy, Kiriko, Juno, and most of the time it's Diva.
Kiriko.
You know, surprisingly, the funniest thing is Lifeweaver's been the one. Lifeweaver and Wooyoung have been the 2 that have been getting fucking skins a lot more lately, which is so fucking stupid.
I honestly forgot Lifeweaver's even a character.
Have a whole fucking roster and you keep giving the same fucking character skins. It's so stupid.
But you know, to play devil's advocate, there's this rule in economy. It's called supply and demand. You buy more
Fuck you
of whatever that is, you're gonna get more of that. You keep buying Juno skins, you're getting more Juno skins. No one's gonna buy freaking Baptiste skins, therefore he doesn't get any skins.
That's gotta be like homophobic, bro.
Bro.
Like, come on, bro. He's bi or whatever. Like, give the boy some skins.
And what's the you got all the collab shit. People once again, people just buying it. Yeah, they complain about the prices of whatever thing, but they'll buy it anyways.
Yeah, that's about right.
They'll complain about a freaking Mercy mythic weapon, but they'll still buy it at the end of the day. So it's like, well, why were you even mad in the first place?
Honestly, I think the one funniest thing was when everybody was complaining about the second Mercy mythic, and even the Mercy mains were like, "Why the fuck did we get a second one? Like, why didn't you finish like every character gets one first, and then we go into giving
because they know their audience, but at the same time they don't.
They don't know their audience at all. It's sad. Unfortunately, it's very sad.
And in terms of like character balance, you can never please anyone with that shit either.
Yeah. Everyone hates Sombra no matter what you do.
That
to
bitch
her.
Is getting reworked again.
I know.
Point that out.
Like, they can literally just make it. All she has is a primary fire. People are still gonna say.
Honestly, that's not even the one. The one thing that pisses me off the most is more towards like lore wise, because one, the developers, they don't even fucking know the lore of their own game now.
Oh yeah.
What was the point of Overwatch 2? I'm still waiting. You completely rendered my fucking disc version of Overwatch useless, but yet we didn't even get what we were promised, and we're never gonna get it. And yet Rivals seems to be going in that direction of giving what Overwatch could have had as far as PvE content, but they didn't want to take it. And then the fandom just being stupid after the whole like Blizzard inside CEO situation.
Yeah.
To this day, I still don't understand why we needed to change McCree's name. They're 2 completely separate people. One's a video game character, a fucking pixel on a screen. The other is a real life person. I don't condone what the person in real life did, but why does that have to translate to a character in a video game?
Oh, we're gonna talk about the fact that
it's for the victims of like the same name. It's like, okay, then what about all the other fucking things out there that share the same name as people? That's like the dumbest fucking argument ever to me.
Yeah, and there are people out there who will complain if you call them McCree instead.
They
of
literally
Cassidy.
will fucking like death threats and dox your ass just because you called him McCree instead of Cassidy. When Cole Cassidy, who the fuck came up with that? They could have come up with something way better than Cole Cassidy.
It sounds like one of those names.
They just took two first names and were like, yeah, this stinks. They took a dartboard and were like, we're going with that one.
They pulled like Glenn.
Like, what the fuck?
It sounds like one of those things. Like, we need to change the name immediately. Just think of a name. All right. What's a whole bunch of like southerny kind of names. All right, there you go. Cole Cassidy.
Dude, I fucking hate that shit so much. Like,
call them McCree. But,
like it's so stupid that you have to get like fucking like death threats and shit just because you want to call the character what you originally knew them as. Like, I've played the game since 2016. I've always known him as McCree, Jesse McCree. I'm not gonna stop calling him McCree just because of that. Like, I'm always gonna call him McCree.
All right. Next up, we have the Call of Duty fandom.
Why are you guys?
Those motherfuckers are literally like.
I feel it's the same thing.
Yes, and please.
They bitch about it, and then it's the same thing as Overwatch with skins. They
They'll
bitch
buy
about it, they'll still buy the $60, $70 game.
Yep, and just like Fortnite.
Oh, what the fuck? This basically just looks like the last one.
That's the whole fucking point.
But why'd you pre-order it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's besides the point. It came with like 4 cool skins and a mythic weapon. Are you fucking stupid?
Yo,
Yeah.
Don't answer that. I think I know the question.
yeah,
Like, if you know you're gonna get the exact same game just in a different font and remastered, why are you gonna complain about it at the end of the day?
yeah.
Because
that's
just how it is.
Similar to Fortnite as well as Overwatch, it's held with nothing but collabs at this point. Like, that's all the community relies on. Is the
Yeah,
collabs.
like the newer stuff is all like collab stuff.
I wonder if people even know that Call of Duty games used to be based on actual history.
Yeah. It used to be, and then they just kind of like lost that plot.
Like, I feel people just forgot about that.
Fucking World War II.
Even though we had a video game, well, not even recently, it came out years ago. But, World War II was a thing, but I don't think anyone even talked about that.
Nah, bro, what you mean? World War 11.
Yeah, now it's just all Warzone. No, I'm being for real, dude.
I know that. That's the stupid part.
It's just all Warzone now.
Like, COD, dude. COD
Sorry.
is so stupid. You just fucking kicked me.
No, I turned around.
You just fucking kicked me. He's abusing me, guys.
Alright, well, anyways, moving on, because it was basically just the same thing as the last two, but don't worry, this one's completely different. That being Danganronpa.
Whew.
And Jordan gave me some insight of the Danganronpa fandom yesterday, but to start off, this is actually like really fucked up, and I technically learned about this a while ago. This is actually pretty fucked up. So, someone who was cosplaying as Junko literally murdered her best friend. Okay?
Yeah.
That is just the tip of the Danganronpa
yeah,
fandom.
iceberg. Yep.
Was there a reason? Like, it's a stupid reason, but was there like a main reason for it?
Let's point a gun at somebody and see what happens. Whether it's unloaded or loaded. At a party.
Yeah.
Because that's the smart thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. Let's point a gun at somebody. Who knows if it's unloaded or not?
Uh-huh.
Oh no!
And that's just one person, by the way.
Yeah, there's some other ones out there. I don't really know much about the other ones. I mainly just know about that one.
Yeah.
Yikes! Just
Because that one's the
Yikes.
most, like, notorious one.
Yeah. Aside from that, you got your typical weirdo shit. Even though I'm pretty sure all the characters are like, what, 16 or something?
Yeah, high schoolers.
Yeah.
oh, how perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're around the age of, like, 16, 17. I don't know.
Well, I know they're like mainly high schoolers.
Yeah, they're mainly high schoolers.
And people still make, certain art about them.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Uh,
Now, granted, folks, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff with a lot of these fandoms, but like that's why we're kind of like not like specifically talking about that and mainly talking about like infamous moments, as what Jordan just clarified to me right now, because I never knew about that. But so, but yeah, if we don't talk about like a certain thing, like R34 about these things. They're almost in all of them, dude. At this point.
Yeah. The whole point of R34 is
They're
that
in all of them.
yeah. Whole point of R34 is, if it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah.
That's literally their slogan. But after learning about that whole thing with Danganronpa, I literally don't know anything else about the fandom.
They're weird. I mean, it's the same as kind of like Sonic fans. They've got 4 games, and then you have people that make like their own games stem from it. Granted, they actually are like fully polished, like voice acted, like all that shit games that still go based off of the general concept of the originals, just with different new, like, I guess new motives and new like murders, basically. So I mean, I'll give them the credit for that. Like, they actually do come up with some interesting ideas when it comes to that, but they're still.
There's that thing that we just talked about.
Yeah, they're still a little deranged.
And lastly, we're not going to be really talking about the fandom on this. This is basically just an honorable mention for the video game session, that being Devil May Cry. Why is it an honorable mention? It's because for whatever reason, everyone is all of a sudden a fan of Devil May Cry the moment the anime came out. And now they claim they know everything about Devil May Cry.
Pretty much.
Oh, and by, ever since the anime came out, they only play Devil May Cry 5 specifically. They don't care about all the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Glenn.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
And people discovering Bury the Light all over again, and then just thinking that this is like the greatest thing of all time.
It's because it is.
One of.
It is the greatest thing of all time.
Yeah. Wasn't there a case where like... Wasn't there a case like you said like Glenn was telling you like this and that about Devil May Cry, even though you...
I'm just like, okay, why are you telling me this? It's more funny how over time how much that motherfucker hated that song. Over time, he's just fine with it now. It's just funny.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all we're gonna say for Devil May Cry. I mean, the actual fandom, Lawn Share and White Monster.
Lawn Share, White Monster.
That's it. That's all you gotta know.
And pizza.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
All right. Well, we're done with the video game session now. Now we're going on to TV shows.
Oh boy.
Starting with The Loud House.
Oh boy. Yikes. Oh boy. That's probably the biggest one on that list too.
Yeah. The rest of it, it makes all this look like light work.
Like light work? Yeah, like Loud House is the fucking biggest one just because of the incest.
Yeah.
That shit's weird.
Beyond weird. That's like criminal almost.
One, they're siblings. And two,
only one of them is like 18.
More importantly, they're kids.
I think 2 of them are. The two, the oldest, I think, Lori and Lenny? I think Lori's like 20.
Well, I mean, when the episode, like the show first started, I think she was 18. Then I think Lenny was like 17.
Yeah.
But again,
I think only 2 of them are like legally adults. The rest are all still like children.
Yeah.
And yet they ship them together, or the art. Fucking weird.
Yeah.
And how like something as simple as like you would think that people would be like, oh yeah, I have the clinical functioning brain to be like, yeah, there's no way they can make art about this. I think even Nickelodeon would be like, yeah, like there's no way, right? And yet it's somehow one of the absolute worst like you could possibly do.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I think that's it for Loud House. It speaks for itself. Next up is Stranger Things.
Delightful dairy.
No, I think they're more notorious when Eddie Munson was a character. The whole Chrissy wake up shit.
Chrissy wake up.
And then of course, it's a huge fandom with Stranger Things.
Dude, at some points with Stranger Things fans, I feel like they don't even watch their own fucking media.
I felt most Stranger Things fans only watched season 4, skipped literally everything, and the moment Eddie dies, they stop watching the show.
is from what I've only heard, like people were like legitimately pissed off at like the final, like the season finale. I think.
Oh yeah, people were pissed because okay, yes, I'm going in that territory. There's like an 8-minute scene of Will coming out as gay, and that scene was longer than the actual climax of the finale.
Dude, that shit's...
Not to be that guy, but it literally adds nothing to the story.
No. No, it does not. The only good character in that film was Steve. Actually, honestly, unironically, that's the stupider part. You have a character like 11. They just made her fucking useless towards the very end.
Yeah.
I don't think she even did anything, and it was like more focused around Will.
Yeah.
It's like, so what happened to her? She was all like powerful, and then all of a sudden they just like, okay, you're a side character.
Honestly, I never realized how one-dimensional most Stranger Things characters are. 11 just screams while doing her powers on a monster.
You leave me, I dump your ass.
Will is always having a seizure in just about every episode. Eddie Munson is just a rocker.
Dave Mustaine.
Well, I mean, at least can you imagine how many people would be pissed off if they did a Megadeth song instead of Master of Puppets? Which I'm glad that they did that, because now people are like, discovered. It's kind of the same thing with Bury the Light, where people of the younger generation listened to Master of Puppets, and also it was because of Fortnite as well. But they listen to Master of Puppets, and they are like, oh my god, where did this come from? So I'll give props for that.
Okay, but bottom take, I feel people only care about season 4 and nothing else.
I can't really say much because I never was interested in.
I only watched season 1, but even then I was just like, it's an okay show.
And of course, that theme is engulfed in pop culture anyway. So
yeah.
That show in general really is.
Now there's a new cartoon of it, and they added some OC character who's even more OC than fucking Delightful Derek.
Fucking.
Her introduction was like something about chili cheese fries.
What the fuck? Yeah, you lost me on that one.
Like the kids were just talking about like lunch or whatever, and then she's like, "How about chili cheese fries?
How about go fuck yourself?"
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for Stranger Things. Okay. Next up, we have My Little Pony, or in a more accurate term, Bronies.
Yep.
So
pretty much like the number one, like the one that started it all, almost.
So,
Jar. Actually, was Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing wasn't on there, was it?
No.
You could kind of rope that into.
There's only one thing I can say about Animal Crossing.
Honestly, you can literally rope that into basically My Little Pony. It's like the equivalent.
Okay, so with My Little Pony, or Bronies, which are adult men who watch My Little Pony, because yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. I'm not gonna judge. You do you. But the people, I think I remember hearing like a story where like these bunch of like these. They're not even like 30. They I think they were like in their 40s or something, fighting over like a toy in a Toys R Us. I think
it's my Rainbow Dash.
I think that was a story I think I remember hearing about way back when, but I could be wrong.
There's also the jar thing, which with all the shit we've been saying on this podcast, I don't think we can even talk about it.
No,
I don't know. I was gonna say that might be light compared to some of the shit we said, but then again, that's still up there.
Yeah, so I don't know if I should talk about the jar incident.
And I also came across a story, a true story about a kid who was a brony, and he was of course also a quiet kid. I think you already know where this is gonna go.
Rum is not a quick.
He made an OC of that's another one about OCs in My Little Pony. He made an OC My Little Pony, or no,
Cracker Jack.
It was either an OC or like an existing character that was only for like 2 seasons or something, and then that was it. And then he basically was like, "Oh, I'm gonna join you in the afterlife," and then and basically start a mass shooting, and I don't know how much damage he did, but he basically did a mass shooting over a My Little Pony character.
A mass shooting says it all.
Yeah.
Over a.
It's in the title, mass.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, over a character in My Little Pony that even I don't think it even wasn't like the popular ones that everyone knows about. It was like a rock star one that was like only there for like two. Like I don't know anything about My Little Pony if that says anything, but it was not a. It was just all I know is that it wasn't any of the main characters.
Okay, well, yeah, that's all you gotta know. All right. Well, anyways, next up we have Steven Universe.
So like I mentioned, I did not realize how bad they were.
We can make it better.
I knew they were notorious for something, but I never actually did the research on what it was.
Me neither. Until me and Ruben went to the Discord call and I did my research, and apparently they drove one of the employees or one of the writers or whatever the heck near to end their life because of how bad they were at bullying them. For what reason? I don't fucking know.
Gay.
I mean, that's like
half the point right there.
That like literally.
That
it's the entire show is very LGBTQ friendly,
which is kind of fucking like it's a little scary when it's centered around a kid audience.
Yeah,
that's a little scary.
Well, what else?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, like you do you, and if you're gonna catch on it, you're gonna catch on it. If you're not, then you're not, and then but realistically, the fandom really just comes from the older audiences complaining about
Genuinely, I don't think that should have been a kid's show.
Huh.
Mainly because of the themes. That show, if you really look at everything, it's dark.
Yeah, it is.
Because you're looking through the eyes of a character that has seen shit as a child.
Yeah.
Like, that dude, and of course, when it got to, the newer shit when he was older,
yeah.
That motherfucker was depressed.
Yep.
That's some dark theme shit. I don't think a kid should have to...
I mean, granted, kids should be exposed to, some things, early on in life, but, it shouldn't be to an extent.
That was not that thing. For multiple reasons.
It's no wonder Garnet had to be a part of that video with the kids. Don't be racist.
Because I'm pretty sure there was something involving that with the fandom, and they were just yeah. I forgot what it was, but just...
I don't know. I forgot
honestly, I'd rather forget because, Jesus Christ, they... Honestly, I'd rather just stop talking about it because, Jesus Christ, that...
Yep.
They are freaking ridiculous.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get something probably just as bad. Next up's the Invincible fandom.
I don't really...
And it's primarily for... It's primarily for one thing. And that is people... So... there's comics of Invincible where Mark gets R-worded by some alien woman. And of course, naturally, people don't want this animated because that's fucked up. Unfortunately, there are people out there who want this animated. Why? I don't know. Well, probably because they never felt the touch of a woman, probably. But
we're gonna get to a certain community.
Regardless, that's sexual assault, and I don't have to explain what is wrong with that.
Well worded.
Yeah. Other than that, Invincible fandom, there's nothing other than that. People want that to be animated.
You really can't get over that fucking meme shit.
Yeah. And of course, there's the bampa.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Next up is The Boys.
Again, nothing.
Honestly,
know nothing about it.
I kind of forgot why this was included, other than those freaking incel boys who want to be Homelander, which a part of me thinks they never actually watched the show. Because why the fuck would you want to idolize Homelander of all the characters in that show? Why the fuck would you want to be Homelander?
Yep. I never even watched the show, and I know how screwed that guy is.
The peak. Did you fuck me? What? No.
Honestly, looking back at it, I feel The Boys is 40% porn, 40% gore, and 20% plot.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Oh.
There's nothing else. Next up's the Rick and Morty fandom. Okay, honestly, these are like way more tame than what we just discovered. So all I can say about Rick and Morty fans is that they think they are like the smartest human beings on Earth simply for watching Rick and Morty.
And I'm pretty sure there are the other shit that we've already discussed before, but we're not just gonna mention it. But yeah, that's the funny. We're bringing some funny into this now.
Yeah, just Rick and Morty fans. They think they're extremely smart. They think they have a PhD in literally every subject.
When almost everything about that show is fiction.
Oh, it definitely is. It's a very interesting show.
Well, yeah, that's that. Next up is Has Been Hotel.
Oof.
Honestly, I don't even know where to begin with that because like people hate the fucking creator of the show. I forgot why. I think it was Blake.
One thing I do know is that similar to SML, a large majority of the audience are kids, which is bad, obviously. So, parents not doing their job as a parent. And also, Has Been Hotel has swearing in like literally every goddamn sentence, and they think it's funny.
And then there's Angel Dust.
Yeah. Remember that one? There's a meme of this reactor watching Has Been Hotel, and she was crying about one of the songs Angel Dust was singing.
Like, bruh. Yeah, I don't know. That fandom is very interesting.
I don't know if they didn't. Oh, other than I spent $50,000.
The Purple Ace thing.
Other than that shit,
that's just one guy.
I don't know if they've done necessarily anything like Steven Universe fandom related or anything like that, but
they probably have. Just don't know about it.
They probably are on the same boat as Digital Circus, where they just bitch and complain about everything.
Well, they do.
Yeah. Next up is the South Park fandom, or more particularly, the new South Park fans. Because, as we all know, South Park, nearly every goddamn episode has to have, like, something political related. And there was even an episode about it being like, God, I'm just tired of all this political shit. Which, as you know, South Park is basically just make an episode about whatever's happening in the real life world. So, like, with all the shit going on in our world, what can't you make an episode of South Park on? Of course, you got the new fans complaining about how inappropriate the show is, despite the fact that it is probably the most offensive cartoon on television.
Yeah. And they don't stray away from it.
Uh-huh.
They
except for like certain things.
Yeah.
Like if they know something is bullshit, they will be like, yeah, we're gonna make fun of it.
Yeah. And also, I know this is a little off topic, but not gonna lie, I feel being a writer for a South Park episode must be the easiest job in the world, because all you gotta do is just look up what is happening in the world right now. And boom, make an episode out of that.
Pretty much.
Like, I'm being for real. Next up is true crime.
This is a pretty big one.
Yeah. So you have all those Netflix bingers who watch true crime, more particularly females, who watch these crime cases and, not even joking, pull a I can fix him. But they really think they can.
And yeah, basically the whole trope is that women these days are, for whatever reason, really invested in a true crime, including my mom. And mainly it's just out of interest, being like how like women being fascinated by the minds of humans, being like how, like, what brings them to this, like what brought them here. And that's fine. Like psychology wise, like that's fine.
Uh-huh.
But there's also a certain demographic and towards that I also discovered, like the fandom of true crime that I discovered, they will go to lengths. Because, and this could also be a problem about like the people that are like, because I think what it was okay, I don't remember exactly what it is, but people can correct me. Say it was like a cruise that happened, and they had like there was a cruise, and someone was like a mass murderer that was killing a bunch of people, and there was like an exhibit, and it's like, oh, like an exhibit about like like how bad this person is. Then there's apparently a VIP like area where you can see the photos of that the person took doing the shit, and people are paying their hard-earned money to go look at pictures. And again, that's more about like the company itself or like the exhibit people that did this. Like that's kind of fucked up about the people that have like the families of those people that got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that people are taking these extreme lengths to go and do these things, to like go see that shit, it's like, okay, you're pushing it now.
Yep.
That's something I've learned pretty recently, and that's kind of like yikes. But
that's fucked up, dude.
But in a more lighter tone, the joke is that women are all over true crime these days.
Yeah, they'd rather date someone who has literally no goddamn future in their life rather than like a nice guy. What time are we at, by the way?
We are currently at an hour and 25 minutes.
I just want to point out, we did all of this, right?
Yeah.
We still got all of this.
Should we split into two parts, or should we just
start fucking rapid firing?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because I feel there's still a lot.
We have a pretty big list, and we already
there's still a lot to say. Like, we can talk a lot about Marvel, okay? A lot. There's a lot to say about Star Wars. There's a lot to say about Swifties. There's a lot to say about Disney adults, you know? So I think it's best if we split this into two parts.
All right. So should we stop right here, or should we continue on for like a little bit more and then finish the rest afterwards?
I mean, we're at a pretty long length, so I think it's best if we just stop here.
All right. So I guess executive decision, guys. We're gonna stop it here because we didn't realize that we were gonna talk a little bit more than we usually are. Also, the questions kind of, added to the length of it. So
yeah, and I feel we're talking a little too much on certain topics like Mortal Kombat, as well as I don't know.
But we will continue this with a part 2, and if maybe possible part 3, depending on how we are with these other ones. But
we talked a little too much about Dead by Daylight and Fortnite as well.
Yeah. But on that note, we're going to wrap it up a little earlier than we expected, because even I was like, maybe this probably would be like a 2-parter or sometime. But on that note, that's going to wrap it up for today's podcast. And actually, for the first time in a while, we actually have some future episodes planned for this one. And Ruben, what could this one be?
Okay, so the next one is going to be the second half of this one.
Down.
Okay, no. But after that, we're actually going to have Connor, Mateo's little brother, to be a part of this podcast. And we're mainly going to be talking about some childhood stories we had in our school year, since Connor is
late Gen Z and we're early Gen Z. And we wanted to like see like a comparison between the two, like from, what we had compared to what he's currently going through, because a little fun fact, he's about to graduate middle school soon. So
yeah. And also, like, I recently learned he went on like some trip to Washington.
Yeah.
Washington. And I'm like, bro, we never got that. We just got like museums and shit.
Pretty much.
You had to be in the cool class.
I mean, I don't even know.
Or just a school, the right school at the right time type shit.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, there's that. And after that podcast, me and Mateo, we don't know like the full logistics of it. We'll think of a format eventually, but the main topic is pet peeves.
Mm-hmm.
And based on like some previous stuff, honestly, I think that can go on for a pretty long time. Just enough for a podcast.
Enough for 30 minutes, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for the the abrupt ending, but at the same time, if we would have kept going, we probably been here for, it probably would have been our longest podcast if we would have kept this up, but
yeah.
So we'll see you guys in part 2, and then but yeah, on that note, I'm Mateo.
I'm Ruben.
I'm Jordan.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.